What's up, my Central Unit? It's the Central Man here. So this is a brand new show on this channel. It's called Centralman's Gossip and Talk. This is the show I bring up rumors, footballing transfer rumors and some wrestling rumors. So we're gonna start with football first. So this first story is not a rumor. It's 100% confirmed that Manchester City signed Valencia striker Ferran Torres for £20 million. I think they also got Nathan Ake for 41 million. That is the rumor. So it looks like City's on the roll in the transfer market. They bought a defender, and it looks like they bought like a winger, I think. 20, and he's only young. I think I don't know. He's probably be the replacement of David Silva. Let's be honest. David Silva is leaving. This is his last season. Depend if City do well in the Champions League. It looks like he won. If David Silva, if Real Madrid, get knocked City out of the competition, that could be his last game. Could be Real Madrid. If not, I think. I think Pep is building the future. And by the way, this show is all about my opinions on those news, whether it's a footballing transfer rumor or a wrestling rumor. Anyway, so he's only, I don't know how old is he. He's probably younger. I don't think 18. I don't know. They pay fucking 18 million over an 8. They're not gonna pay 20 million over an 18-year-old. Like I think they paid was it around 100 years ago. They spend. I mean, I don't know. They paid a lot of money on a 18-year-old kid. This is like 03. This is like the original Galactico era, from like 2000 to 2003 era of Real Madrid. Not the Galactico era from right now. So I'm trying to find this Florian Perez. I think he's going to be good. I don't really see him play. He's going to find it a little bit difficult because the Premier League is the hardest, most physical leagues in the world. He's not going to be like boom, boom, bounce, scoring goals week in, week out, or assisting goals week in, week out. It's like necessary why they need another winger, because they got plenty of wingers. I know David Silva is retiring, but I rather they got Sterling, they got De Bruyne, they got Bernardo Silva. I think they're trying to replace Leroy Sané because they lost Sané. He's at Bayern Munich now. I understand it, but I think they've got plenty of good, talented really midfielders out there. Florian Torres is like, shit. Sorry, folks. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to look up how old he's. Gotta be 8. I don't know he's 8. I don't know he's 18. He's probably like way older. Probably like 20. Well, he's 20 years old. So they bought. I know they built around for the future. Is he going to take the Premier League by storm? Yeah, I can't predict the future. His only club he played is Valencia. He'll play for Man City for next season. He's a Spanish under 21 international. He's he's so far. If he's gone to Man City, he's likely going to play for the Spanish national team. Look, the only trophy he won in his career so far is the Copa del Rey. It's the Spanish Cup with Valencia in 2019. Copa del Rey. He's won the under-17 European Championships in 2017 with the Spanish under-17 side, and he's won the under-19 Euros. So he's done well so far in club and international level. So yeah, that is the 100% confirmed signing. So let's get to the rumors now. That's the story is already confirmed. Looks like City it's got both likely got both Nathan Ake and Florian Torres because like with Ake he's going to replace Vincent Company. I think look at Man City. He's playing fucking Fernandinho in defense because he's not even a defender. He's a holding midfield. He needs to get. I think they need to get rid of Fernandinho. He's getting on a bit. I think he did. Like Angelicio not working out. They got they got it's confirmed they got both Ake and Torres. I think it's too soon if City's going to go for the title. If Liverpool going to buy players in the summer, I think Liverpool don't really need to buy 2 or 3 players. I think they need one. And I'm going to speaking of Liverpool. Okay, another story is out there. Is Liverpool. The rumors that they're in for a bid. They're keen to sign Norwich City's left back Jamal Lewis. Before I get to this story, I need a drink. My throat is dry as a bone. Okay, folks, I'm back. So anyway, like I said, Liverpool are trying to target the Norwich City left back Jamal Lewis to be a backup to Andy Robertson. Likely Norwich is going to lose a lot of players because they got relegated to the Premier League or relegated to the Championship. They're going to probably lose Lewis. I think they're going to lose Max Aarons, probably Todd Cantwell. That's another story for another time. So get back to the Jamal Lewis story. So Liverpool are interested to sign Norwich City's left back Jamal Lewis. They said they're going to bid about 10 million, maybe. Is he worth 10 million? Maybe, probably. He's I don't know. He's young. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he's old, to be honest. He's not old, but he's probably young. He's not like 17. No, he's 22. So yeah, they're building for the future. They're trying to bid to retain the Premier League title for next season. And Liverpool really sold one player already. That is Dejan Lovren. They sold him to Russian club Zenit St. Petersburg for 10.9 million. So they need a left back to replace Robinson. They need not replace Robinson to cover Robinson. They need a centre back because they got Van Dijk, you got Matip, Gomez. Yeah, they need another centre back, and they need a right back to cover Alexander-Arnold. I don't know, like Gomez can play in that position, but they need a right back. I think they will buy. I think they need 4 players already, and also another midfielder. I think. I don't think. I think next season will be Milner's last in a Liverpool t-shirt, and really it'll be his last as a football player because he's 35 next year. I don't think he's going to play any games. How long he's going to play? He's not a young man anymore. You know, he's been there for like nearly 20 years. He's played. He's like a journeyman, Milner. Don't get me wrong. He started his career with Leeds. Then he went to. I think he went to Newcastle. Then Aston Villa. Then Man City. Won trophies at Man City, and then he's at Liverpool, and he's won trophies. He's won the Champions League, the league title, the Club World Cup, and the Super Cup. He's won 4 trophies. You know, he's been in the club for like 5 years now. You know, I think he's likely. You know, he's like. I think likely, in my opinion, he's likely. Jamal Lewis going to Liverpool. I think he's quality. I think like for Norwich, they're starting to develop young players like your Aarons, your Lewis, even Todd Cantwell. I'm really high weight Cantwell. You know, he's a young kid. You know, if Norwich are going to attempt to get back to the top flight in their first only season in the Championship, fingers crossed. So, anyway, so moving on to the next story in the football inside of the show is James Palota. That's his name, Palota. There's stories that James Palota is going to buy Newcastle United. That is the rumors. It's not true. You know, I'm not doing this. I'm not Shansview Entertainment. Doing this to piss fans off. You know, this is just. I do my research. I do my homework. Yeah, it says. Yeah, like I said, the stories that rumors that James Palota, the owner of Roma, is going to buy Newcastle United. My thoughts of it, I don't know. You know, I don't watch a lot of Serie A because I don't have Serie A, but you know, because everyone knows that the Saudi own this. You know, the rumors that like Newcastle is going to get taken over by the Saudi investing group. Unfortunately, the investing group of Saudis decided to pull out the deal to buy Newcastle United, so that's out of the water. So I don't know about Palota, man. I don't think he did okay for Roma. He took over. He's been at Roma for nearly a decade. I don't think he won a trophy. It's a damn shame. This is going to be the same result. I think it's going to. It might do better than Mike Ashley. Let's be honest. Mike Ashley is a dumbass. He's a scumbag. What he did to Newcastle is so fucking criminal. I'm not going to go into it too long. I'm trying to get other stories, but like Palota, he did okay with Roma. I think he guide Roma under him. They're in Europe on a regular basis. You know, whether it's in the Champions League, Europa League, at least Roma gets European football. I feel like the best finish for Roma under this guy is second in 2017 when they challenged Juventus for the Scudetto, and also Roma reached the Champions League semi-final in 2018. So everything I read the news that he is a billionaire. You know, almost like the Saudis, they're trying to bid I think it was a 300 million plus. I don't think they're gonna be like Man City. Probably, I think that's under the bill, maybe. But name their price? You know, they said about who stands to pocket about 17 million despite the takeover fail through. So they wasted about a whole year. Actually, they wasted about a year. It's been like a year since the whole, the Saudis going to buy Newcastle. They're going to be like Man City. It's just a waste of fucking time. I feel sorry for Newcastle, man. I'm not going to laugh at him. I feel sorry. It feels sad. Like 20 years ago, or not 20 years ago, but like nearly 25 years ago, or going on, or soon to be nearly 25 years ago, Newcastle would challenge for the league. They were competing for the league. And and then 20 years ago, they were challenging to get into Europe under Bobby Robson, qualified for the Champions League, and then a decade, like 8 years ago, they were in the Europa League. I'm not lying. It's true. Because he bought that Pelota dude. He bought Roma under 450 million pounds. Yeah, it's like fucking did the joke. This is like 4 or 5 years ago. That rumors like Vince McMahon's gonna buy Newcastle United. He has no fucking clue. Vince buying a football team. I'll get to the XFL stuff later on. Oh, by the way, that was a spoiler alert. Anyway, so according to Toto Mekra Cat Web, can't pronounce this website's name that well, via the Northern Echo, discussing have been advanced stage last month with Fredgling Group close to buy Roma for 450. So I'm guessing Peralta is going to sell Roma. It'd be good for Roma. I hope Roma could get an owner, and they're going to be like they could compete with the Scudetto. I think Roma haven't won the league title for nearly 20 years. Since they last won the league. I done my research before the start of the show. They haven't won the league since 2001. That was under Fabio Capello, former Real Madrid player, Real Madrid manager, former AC Milan manager, and future England manager. And now, for the last nearly 20 years, they are nowhere near getting close of the league title. Yeah, they won a few cups, but the best finish in recent years was second. I'm talking about Roma here. I'm not talking about Newcastle. Newcastle haven't reached the top 3 for nearly 20 years. The last time they reached the top 6 was in 2012. That was about a decade ago. Mike Ashley, in 2007, when he bought the club in 2007, he ain't do jack shit, man. He ain't done jack shit. This is my opinions on the Pelota thing. It might be true, but I think it'll be the same thing. Is he gonna rely on Steve Bruce? Probably not. Under him, Roma had Spalletti. Was it Di Francesco? No, was it Di Eusebio? This is the manager who guided Roma to the Champions League semi-final in 2018. But I don't know, man. He's gonna rely on fucking Steve Bruce. Not just about Steve Bruce. You got Newcastle to keep the Magpies in the Premier League. But if you bought a lot of money, is he gonna be the man? Go right. Is he gonna be the one? Probably not. I think there are rumors if the Saudis bought Newcastle, there are plans to sack Steve Bruce to get whether it's Pochettino, whether it's Max Allegri. They can get any manager out there. Even if they got it in 2019, they will end up getting fucking Mourinho. But that's a load of lie. You got they got dickheads like Lee Chongley, and these are the bastards these are the same bastards who basically hired Steve McLaren. Hired Steve McLaren, the same bastard who failed to really help England to qualify for Euro 2008 a decade ago. Had the golden generation. If you don't know why is the England golden generation, if you grow up, you know what the England golden generation is. We had the golden generation of English players: Beckham, Rooney, Gerrard, Lampard, Rio, John Terry, Michael Owen. Ashley Cole, Joe Cole, list goes on and on and on. Not really Jermaine Defoe, Sol Campbell, Ledley King. This is a paper on the Sun. Says Ashley buys the club from Freddie Shepherd. And under Mike Ashley, Newcastle suffered 2 relegations over the span of 6-7 years. And then in 2018, Mandy Staveley walks away from the potential deal. I don't know what this Shaveley, this woman's gonna do well for Newcastle? Probably not. Probably the same shit. And then also you got the Saudis, like Saudi Arabian, what's it called, Prince Salman, try to buy it for $3 billion. There are rumors that this Prince Salman almost bought Man United in 2018 from the Glazers for $3 billion. And Man United is already the richest club. They'll probably buy it in the future, maybe. And then also this is all about the timeline of potential owners of trying to buy Newcastle. Peter Canyon and the American firm, I say GASP, is it GAPCP Sports, plot another $3 million takeover move. Prince Salman, Saudi, they tried it again, and then Saudi's takeover collapse. They're not good. 17 million, that's fucking bullshit. I think Mike Ashley played a massive part of this. I think Mike Ashley is playing a massive part of pissed about. He's a fucking scumbag. If I was a Geordie, I would be pissed off. And I blame these fans for not getting I know you get by the team. I blame the fucking Newcastle invest a lot of money, but he's not doing anything. He has no clue. Peralta, he's gonna take over Newcastle. Let's go to a different news, man. It's like this is the Sun. This is like Talk Sport. He's been linked with it. Is he going to take Newcastle to the next level? Go back to what was in like the mid-90s and early 2000s? The reason why I say referring to the early 2000s, like I said, because Newcastle will qualify for the Champions League. They'll get European football. He pocketed 270 million. 17 million. Man, they're playing fucking hackle, man. The Saudis and this Peralta dude's been linked. I don't know. I don't want to see Newcastle getting bankrupt. They're unlikely to get bankrupt. If they got bankrupt, that'll be a death to one of the biggest clubs in English football. Or if I rank Newcastle United, probably I rank it in the top 10 of British football. The best British football teams in England. Your Man United, your Liverpools, your Arsenals, your Chelseas, your Man Cities, your Evertons, your Tottenhams, your Celtics, your Rangers, your Leeds. Anyway, this is my opinions on James Peralta. If it's true, if he's put, there's I don't know something about trying to leave. They're on advanced talks, so it's good. Because that Franklin dude's going to look like it's good for Newcastle. It's good for Roma. At least they could compete. They could probably get a good owner, trying to get a new manager. And also they might challenge for trophies. Like look at AC Milan. They got Rolf Rangnick. I think he's a technical director at the club. Yeah, you got that dickhead Casitas who's fucked Arsenal. But I think like. They're going in the right direction, but I'm not with Newcastle. Maybe I wish them the good luck. So moving on to the next one is James Tarkowski. I'm going to keep it short and simple. James Tarkowski. He's been linked with Leicester. No, he's linked with like I said. He's a Leicester. No, he's a Burnley player. He's linked with Leicester. I was right. So James Tarkowski. I don't rate this dude. He's okay, but I don't think he's going to be like playing for England. Rumors like he's not going to. But he's not going to Leicester. He's a Burnley defender. They are not going to sell the lease unless Leicester going to pay the 50 million release clause. I don't know. I think he will. I think he will leave Burnley. No disrespect to Burnley. In recent years, under you got returns to the Premier League in 2016. Because they qualified for Europe. Yeah, it's a damn shame they got knocked out in the qualifying rounds of the competition. But I think he wants a new challenge. Look at Leicester; they're doing well. They're starting to revamp their squad ever since they won the league title. When they won the league title in 2016, they lost their key players who won the league title. They lost N'Golo Kante to Chelsea, and also they lost Danny Drinkwater to Chelsea as well, and they lost Riyad Mahrez to Man City. And what they don't invest, they invest on they invest players like James Maddison, what's it called, Yuri Telemann, Dennis Pratt, James Maddison. Did I say James Maddison? Yeah, James Maddison. Let's see. Yeah, they give Ben Chilwell a chance. I don't know about this Justin James or James Justin, that defender. I can't. It's too hard to give him an opinion on it. See, I think Okazaki left the club. I think they spent a lot. Sionku, they bought Sionku. Oh, what the fuck is that? 1 second. I'm gonna click it. That was an. Oh, it's a fucking ad. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck is that. Anyway, so yeah, Sionku. They bought a lot of good players because Vardy's. Let's be honest, he's getting on. I think he's gone until next summer, man. He's getting on. I think I think next season for Vardy will be his last. Anyway, back to Tarkowski. But said about they're not going to sell him to they're not selling to Leicester if Leicester pays the 50 million buyout clause. I heard rumors they're trying to do it again last summer, but looks like could be not going to Leicester for the second year in a row for James Tarkowski. He's not leaving Burnley. I think he needs. Look at Leicester. They're going to get European football. Are they going to win the title? Are they going to win another league title? I don't know if they're going to win the league title ever again. I think that's just a one-off years ago. But I think they're going to try to get Europa League. There'll be a European team. They might do well in Europe. Also, challenging for whether it's top four, Champions League place or the Europa League place. So I don't know if can Leicester pay. I think they can pay the 50 million fee. They can pay the 50 million pound release clause. I think they got and I know they lost the chairman in 2018, but they got because they spend a lot of money. In recent years, they spend a lot of money. I think I'm gonna check the Leicester's spending. Do my research. I think they spend a lot of money throughout the years, because if they get James Tarkowski, that'd be good for him. They're likely going to replace Wes Morgan, because I think he's retired. Is he retired? I think he's retired. Look at the defense they got. They got Evans. They got Sionku. I'm talking about centre backs. I can't really find another centre back. Shit. Can't see. I think they need more defenders. They're built in for the future. He's 28. Because and they also, I forgot Maguire. I know he never won the league with Leicester. He was a good player at Leicester, and now he probably do well at Man United. Don't get me wrong, they're still in Europa League. I'm trying to get the transfer. I'm trying to get back to that. I think they spent a lot of money in recent years, Leicester. It's about recent years, like post a Premier League win in 2016. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to find it. They paid 40.5 million for Yuri Tillemans from Monaco. A bit. And also they spent 30 million on Yosi Perez. They spent 24 million on Kalichi and Iheanacho. This is the top 5 of Leicester's really record signings. So, like I said, they spend 40.5 million onto Yuri Tillemans from Monaco. That means Telemans is their most record signing in Leicester City's history. They spend 30 million on Ayoze Perez from Newcastle, 27 million for Ismail Salamani from Sporting Lisbon, Kelechi Iheanacho, 24 million from Man City, 22 million for Andre Silva from Sporting Lisbon again. You know, they got like Samani and Silva from the same Portuguese club. 22 million for James Maddison. This is going towards the 20 millions, but the top five are Telemans, Perez, Samani, Iheanacho, and Silva. They spent a lot of money. I think they're gonna smash their record, smash their transfer record, break the 40 million barrier. I think they will. I have not just for Burnley. It's like, you know, I'm not gonna crap on Burnley. I feel like they're gonna survive another season in the Premier League, but I think Tarkowski, man. I think like the last Michael Keane years ago from Everton. I think they're trying to stay in the division, but I think how long does he keep him? I think they will pay I think they will get the 50 million. They'll pay it, and he'll be on his way to Leicester. But I think for Burnley, he wants to stay back home if he's a Northerner. You know, he's from Manchester. Because Burnley and Manchester, you know, Burnley isn't. I don't know, it's in Lancashire, but it's one. I think because Leicester's in the Midlands. It's like the opposite. And also, he's got 12 months left on the 12 months left on the contract. If I was Burnley, I'd rather. There's two things. I'd rather sign him up for a new deal, give him an offer you cannot refuse, or the best thing to do, just give Leicester the green light to sell Tarkowski. That's my advice, because I think he will do well. I don't think Leicester will win the league title under Brendan Rodgers. They'll probably get European football, probably challenging for that top 4 spot. You know, they're trying to be like a top 7 spot, like you see Wolves and Sheffield United. They're starting to be trying to get into that European spot. And also, he's played for England. He's getting. I don't know how many caps for England. Probably like, I'll check his England stats. Probably, I think he's not too much. Probably about only 2 caps. You know, not so much. I think he was in contention to play in the World Cup for England. He was in the England standby list. Unfortunately, he was withdrawn to a hernia. It's unlucky. He's only 27, so he's young. You know, they're building a young team. You know, he's early careers, Main Road. This is like, if you didn't know what Main Road is Man City's old stadium. And he started his career in the lower leagues. You know, Oldham Athletic. Spent 3 years with Oldham, 2 years with Brentford before going to Burnley in 2016. He's been in the club for about nearly 4 going on 5 years. You know, I'd rather like pay the money. You know, I don't know if rank Tarkowski. He looks okay. I mean, Burnley looks okay. You got 1 or 2 good players. Okay, you got Nick Pope. He's likely going to leave in the future. I don't know if he's going to go big. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to go for a big club. I think he probably is going. He probably go to like a mid-table club. Probably go like Villa. Go to an Everton, even Southampton. He's only 28. That's good for a goalkeeper. A goalkeeper will go up to play until he's 40s. Soham. I'm talking about he's from Cambridge. And also, look at Nick Pope. He's playing lower leagues. The Burnleys, the Charltons. He had loan spells with non-league clubs like Harrow, Welling, Cambridge. And he's in the big times, man. Burnley's going to lose their players in the next couple of years. I don't know about like Chris Wood and Sam Folks. Anyway, so... And this is like I said, this is my opinion. I'm not saying he's rejecting it. I'm giving my opinions on the story. I think they could get the 50. They could pay the 50 million of release clause, because I don't know. It's worth 50 million. I doubt it will worth 50 million in my opinion. Probably worth about probably 20 million, 18 to 20 million, or maybe 30 million. But 50 million, Jesus Christ! If they intend to do that, I think Leicester bitten off more than can chew. If is he good enough? If they do that, they just bitten off more than can chew. Leicester. Anyway, let's get to the next story. And I'm not going to go. I was originally trying to talk about the Carl Heffert's transfer storyline. If he's going to Chelsea. And also I'm not touching that Jadon Sancho thing. That's too early. I'm going to talk about Gareth Bale. That's the next story. Gareth Bale. And before that, I need a drink again and a piss. Bro back. Anyway, I'm back, so let's talk about Gareth Bale. There's reports that Bale could be on his way back to the Premier League after 7 years. There's rumours and reports that Gareth Bale is left out of the Real Madrid squad. Again, they're preparing for their Champions League second leg of their last 16 match against Man City. I think it's at the Etihad. I think it is. So yeah, Bale could be on his way leaving Real Madrid. I don't know what club he's gonna go. So there's rumors he could be going back to the Premier League. It's a damn shame for Bale. I think Real Madrid give Bale some shit over the years since he signed with the club in 2013 for 80. I think it was 80 million. No, 85 million. It's just fucking damn shame. The dude is a good player. I think he doesn't deserve any shit. I think he's trying to be the alternative to Ronaldo. That's fucking bullshit. There will never be another Ronaldo. Let's get me wrong. There's no Ronaldo. There's not going to be another Ronaldo. I'm going to be really honest. There's not going to be another Ronaldo. But Bale can score you the goals, can assist. He paid 85 million for Tottenham in 2013, and then he's won Champions League trophies. He won 2 league titles and 4 European Cups over those 7 years. He scored one of these goals against Atletico Madrid in 2014. He scored that cracking bicycle kick against Liverpool in the 2018 Champions League final. And Real Madrid trying to fuck him off. If I was Bale, I'd rather leave. And also, and they got these dickhead fans smashing his car. It's just like, and also Zidane says he's not. He looks like Zidane. I think there's rumors like there's a bust up. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read the article from the Sun. Axe from Real Madrid. I'm trying to find the bust-up thing. Oh, shit. Just need to go forward. I think I went past it. Stop James. He's won a league title. He's won many trophies at Madrid. And that's the fancy he gets. Anyway, so... God damn it. I think I went past it. I'm sorry. Bell struggling with injury 3 times in 20 appearances. Yeah, it's a damn shame, man. You know? It's very hard. You're trying to stay fit. Something about example with Zidane decision while is it got no, that's not it. Because neither follow the apostasy of James Rodriguez. Why they got? I don't know why they could kick James Rodriguez. He's shit. The kid's a shit. Anyway, can't tell. Zidane. I think that's it. Zidane decision to leave Bale out of the mark. Torrid campaign for the 31-year-old. So almost. Oh yeah. This is last year. Last year they were about to sell Bale to the Chinese club. I don't know what are these clubs in China, but he doesn't want to go to China. He wants to go out to the Premier League. I don't know what club he's going to go. These are my opinions on this story. Like I said, I'm trying to find a Zidane bust up. There's got to be a reason why Zidane wants to sell him. He's not good. I think he's good. Don't get me wrong. He's worth. I don't think he's worth 85 million, to be honest. I think he's worth about probably kind of 8 million, but I think he's worth about maybe 60 million, 65 million. It's very debatable, these players. You know, you paid a lot of money and it's not holding up the bargain. What any player for what or any club. I'm trying to find the bust. I'm trying to find the bust up. It's got to be a reason. I think he's like not leaving. I think could be the reason why he doesn't want to go to China. That could be the reason, maybe. Jeez, I keep because Zidane's a good coach. He's starting to be a good coach. He's won 4 league titles. He's won another league, so he's won. I don't know. He won a Spanish Cup. He's won 3. I might be. No. I think he won 2 Spanish Super Cups. No, he won. I think he won a UEFA Super Cup. I think he won 2 actually. I think he's won. It's got to be 10 trophies, man, so far in his career. He's been in football management for 4 years. If Bale leaves tomorrow, almost a day, Zidane said that judgment deliver in Houston. So yeah, it must be the Houston thing. So yeah, I found this one. So the reason why Zidane they had the bust up because Zidane wants to sell Bale to a Chinese club, and Bale doesn't want to go to China. So that could be the reason. So he got no respect in Madrid, man. They got no respect. And that car smash, it's banging out all of these Madrid fans. In Spain they got I think they did the same thing to Messi because he hadn't scored goals in a few games. This is like what 2017, 2018. It's damn shame. There's no need for that bullshit. I'll get to the print. I'm trying to get to the source. You know, I know it's the story. That's my story. Haven't got long. Actually, we've got 2 more. We've got 2 more stories. Then moving on to the wrestling side. It's probably a 2-hour show that's going in that direction. So anyway, It's just damn shame. I feel like if they want, I don't know. I think what club is going to go. He'd probably go back to Tottenham. I think they will get. I think Bale will get a pay cut. I think he's going to get a pay cut. Look at Milner. He's going to he played for Man City. He got a pay cut going to Liverpool and he's winning trophies in that club. He's trying to find Real Madrid. I think he's got to be. It's damn shame. Like there's a stories that he got, his car got smashed. That is so bang out of order. These fans, you don't need to smash someone else's car for not scoring goals. He's not gonna be like same as Ronaldo. Look at Bale's record in Madrid over those 7 years. Maybe the final few seasons, maybe he didn't do much in Spain. His best season at Tottenham, in his final season at Tottenham, he scored 26 goals. 26 goals in 44 appearances. His first season in Madrid, not the same. Actually, it's a little bit only. He had an okay season. 44 games, he scored 22 goals. 44 appearances, 22 goals. Only 4%. It's not too much. It's not like he's going to score 12 goals in 44 appearances. That'll be like a bad season, but he scored 22 goals in 44 appearances. And he's won, in his first season in Madrid, a Champions League and the Copa del Rey. And I think he scored one of the goals in that game against Atletico Madrid in Lisbon to win their first European Cup in 12 years. Let's move on to the following season. 48 games, 17 goals. I think he did make some assists. I'm trying to find the assist stats, but I'm trying to find it after this thing on Wikipedia. Yeah, 48 appearances, 17 goals. He's won he's won a UEFA Super Cup and a Club World Cup in 2014. And he scored 17 goals. Kind of decreased by 5%, but still scoring goals. That's the second season. The third season, yeah, you can tell it's kind of like decline. This is kind of decline. I think he got injured. An injured blighted season, not too much. Only, he kind of decreased just about 13. 31 appearances, 19 goals. Real Madrid, once again, won another trophy, and that was the Champions League. Bale's second European Cup. Same team, let's go Madrid on penalties. That's the third season. The fourth season, another injured blighted season. 27 appearances, 9 goals. He's won his first league in his football career, and he's won another Champions League. Unfortunately, I think they lost the Club World Cup. I think they didn't compete. Did they compete in 2016? Did they lost? I can't remember. In the 2017 one, yeah, the league, his first league title in his football career, and another European Cup. His third European Cup, actually. I think he won the Super Cup as well. Not 100% sure. I think he did. Nope. I think he lost the fight. I think he lost to Sevilla. So. Jesus Christ. Sorry about. Sorry. This is fucking slow. Jesus Christ. I'm on Wikipedia. Actually, what? Wait a minute. What? They won it. Looks like they won another European trophy.
Actually, he was in the. Actually, was not in the squad. So he's not in the squad. Not in the squad against. I think he won the Super Cup. Looks like, yeah, he didn't miss the European Super Cup. I think it was injuries. He missed the Super Cup. Anyway, so back to his career stats in Real Madrid. So moving on to basically his fifth season at the club. Yes. His fifth season in the club, 39 appearances, 21 goals. Kind of improved from, best and from. Yeah, this is his second best in his career so far. 39 appearances, he played nearly 40 games that season and scored 21 goals. Kind of improved and won a Champions League, a Club World Cup, a Club World Cup, a Super Cup, and his fourth European Cup. And also he won the Super Copa de España. It's basically the Spanish Super Cup. So basically, actually, no, he didn't win a trophy at Tottenham. So basically, he's won the only career he won is in Spain. Anyway, anyway, that's he's what 39 appearances, 21 goals. Okay, move on to basically 2018, 2019. 42 appearances, 14 goals. Basically, his second lowest. Actually, third lowest. His second lowest has to be at 16, 17. He only scored 9 goals in 27 appearances. He only won I think they won another. Yeah, he's won another trophy, a Club World Cup. He's won 3 in his career. Okay, that's 14 goals, 42 appearances in 2018, 2019. And so far could be his last season at Real Madrid. Yeah, this whole thing due to COVID-19. Only played 20 appearances and 3 goals. That's his lowest stat since he came at the club in 2013. In the league, I'm talking about La Liga. I think it's you know you know he's done well. It's all his career. Look at the overall stats he's been at Real Madrid. Let's see, trying to find it. Yep, he's been 171 appearances and scored 80 goals. That's not too bad. It's not Ronaldo, but he's doing well. Anyway, let's get yeah. Sorry about my spiel. So let's find the Premier League clubs. He's likely what club he's going to get for Bale. I don't know. It might be Man City. I don't think Man City will get Bale. I don't really need Bale at this point. I think I think he will go to Tottenham. I think he will get a paycheck. No, pay cut, sorry. Pay cut. He will get a pay cut, to be honest. I think, look at his wages. Look at the fucking wages he's on. When he came to Real Madrid, I don't think he'll go to Liverpool. He's too old. Actually, he won't go to a big club, to be honest. I think he's too. Look at his age. He's 31, going to be 32 next year. Maybe go to Tottenham. We don't know. I don't think he'll go to fucking. Not crapping on Villa, but I don't think probably maybe West Ham. I don't think they'll pay the wages. I think Bale. He might go to a small club. I think he'll probably go to Italy. He might go to America. Who knows? I think he will get a pay cut, man. Look at David Beckham. He went to America at the age of 32. He was getting near the end of his career. Maybe because he was he's not a young man. Because Real Madrid had no future for him. He's been there for 40. He's won trophies at Madrid, but he's never he's 32 because when Beckham went to Real Madrid in 2003, he was about 28 years old. He was only get probably 4 to 5 years tops in the top level. He's won a league. I don't think he won a league title. I think he won a super. I think he won a Spanish Super Cup. I don't think he won a Spanish Cup in Real Madrid. I don't think so. I think no, he didn't. It's a damn shame. But at least he's won 2 trophies in Madrid. You know, I don't think you know you don't see a lot of best foreigners doing well after Beckham retired in 2013. You know, the best British player don't do well in Britain. Do well abroad. It's very rare to see a British player doing well abroad when they're winning trophies or even a Champions League in a different country. You got Steve McManaman. He's won a Champions League with Real Madrid on 2 separate occasions in 2000 and 2001. Let me see. I'm talking about British players. Beckham second best. Bale. Actually, Bale's second best. McManaman third. Fourth. Kevin Keegan. Done my research. Let's see. Very hard. Glenn Hoddle. He played on Wenger in France. Anyway, so it's a story like if he's going to a Premier League return, I think he will get a pay cut because I think his time in Madrid is over. I think if a Premier club wants to properly buy him, you probably get a pay cut. I think they're likely he'll probably go to Chelsea and Man City. They got the financial resources, but they're unlikely going to get Bale. Same as Man United. I think they don't want. They're trying to get Jadon Sancho. They're trying to get him on 108 million. I think he's trying to be, Sancho trying to be the richest British player in football in history. Like the richest transfer of a British player. I don't want to get into that Sancho story. Yeah, break up by, that's another story for another time. But yeah, I don't think Chelsea's not going to get him. City's not going to get him. United's not going to get him. See, Arsenal, no. I'll get to Arsenal shortly. It's likely he's going to go to Tottenham if Bale will get the pay cut. It's too early of the development. He might stay for Rounded for another season, then probably leave. He's got until 2022. 2022. I think like if I was Bale, I'd rather get a paying right. I think they're going to sell him for next. I think he'll play his final season at Real Madrid for the 2020-2021 season. Then he'll leave the following summer because he's got one more left on his contract. So I can't really find any players. Maybe no, I don't think Leicester will get him. I don't think Leicester will pay his wages. So it's very hard. I found this on Sky Sports that the transfer rumors that Bale could be heading to the Premier League. You don't know which one. It's still early. It might be phased out, but but I think I think Bale wants to go back to the Premier League. I think he he kind of established in that league with Tottenham. He was a left back. He bought from Southampton. He was a left back, didn't quite as a left back. Then Renat changed him as a winger / striker, and was banging goals ever since. He's been on top of the footballing world for nearly a decade. Didn't win trophies at Tottenham, but he's banging goals, for fun. And then led to Real Madrid, winning trophies, and he'll probably, if Tottenham will get Bale, like I said, Bale gets the pay cut, they pay his wages. They're trying to get Højbjerg from Southampton, so they're trying to nail 2 birds of 1 stone. 2 birds of 1 stone. I think is likely probably go to Tottenham. That's my opinion. He's not going to West Ham. He's not going to Wolves. Likely not going to Leicester. Yeah, this is my opinion. I think one club is likely he's going to Tottenham. Anyway, so that's enough spiel on the Bale thing. Let's move on to the next story. The next story is Chelsea. On a player called Sergio Reguilón, his name. Oh, why did I say Reguilón? Reguilón, sorry. He's been linked because he's linked with not just one club but 2 clubs. Let's see, Regulion. Regulion. We're not too there, and then after that, we're moving on to the pro wrestling thing. So Chelsea are in the fans. There's stories like on the Metro. There's stories that before we get to that, I need a piss. Oh, click the camera by mistake. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, the next story I'm going to talk about is Sergio Reguilon. Reports that Chelsea's in advanced talks to sign the Real Madrid defender. I think he's a left back, and it's also not one club going after this guy. There's two clubs, in my knowledge. Everton's linked with this same defender, and also like Chelsea are, he could be a backup, an alternative, because the backup alternative, if actually there's three. Chelsea got three alternative left backs to sell, not sell, to buy. If they cannot get Reguilon, they're linked with Ben Chilwell from Leicester City, but unlikely he's not going to leave Leicester. I think something about Leicester he wants to sell Chilwell for 80 million, but Chelsea they go, nah, fuck off. I think it was like, yeah, so might not get Ben Chilwell for 80 million, and also they're trying to link with this player from Ajax called Nicolas Talafiego, maybe, and also Atalanta's Ruben Gosens. A bit Gosen, whatever his name is. Anyway, back to the Regalian transfer. I think they were bidding for like 20 to 22 million. Over that 20 million mark. I don't know much about this Regalian person. He is 23, so he's basically he's young, 23 years of age. He spent most of his career in the lower leagues, before signing with Real Madrid in 2005. He played mostly with the B team for 3 years, between 2015 until 2018. He had a loan spell with this club called, Logrones in 2016, and he remains, actually he's been for Logrones since 2015 all the way to 2017. He's been, he's played, I think he's been in the first team for 2018, and then this last season he was on loan to Sevilla, and he was basically in the La Liga's team of the season, and also so far in his career he's only won the Club World Cup in 2018. He did okay in his first season. He's likely will get us. He only played one game for the Spanish under 21 side. And he, so far he's not. I don't think they won the European Championship. Did they? No, he's never part of that team who won the Euros in 2019. I talk about the under 21 side. His parents are from Zamora, and that's a Spanish place. And he's dating a YouTuber called Marta Diaz. She's a YouTuber. So anyway, I don't know about this Regalian. I think he's likely going to Chelsea. He's not going to Everton. No, don't get me wrong. I feel like Ancelotti trying to replace Leighton Baines, because I think Baines is likely retired. For Chelsea, they're trying to replace fucking Miguel Alonso. Let's be honest, he ain't good enough. He ain't good enough to play for Chelsea. And also Emerson Palmieri. So they're in the defense department at Chelsea. It's not so good. You've got Alonso. He's old, but I don't think he's that good. He had that one good season when he won the league under Conte. But at the same time, you got Palmieri, who's not got any game time at the club. So I think he's going to be good. He's got like same as that Berrien Torres. That guy who's went to City, I said it earlier of the show. He's going to fight harder at the Premier League. The Premier League is the most physical, fastest leagues in the world. It's not the same as the La Liga, the Bundesliga, Ligue 1, Serie A, Eredivisie, because some of them are dead leagues, same as the SPL in Scotland. No disrespect, but it's kind of true. Eating the sandwich. Anyway, like on the Everton side, if they got him, I don't think, because they got players already. Chelsea, they got 2 players so far. They got Hakan Ziyech from Ajax and Timo Werner for Bayern. Almost like Bayern Leverkusen. No, RB Leipzig. They're still trying to get that Kai Havertz from Leverkusen. Sorry. Yeah, Ziyech from Ajax, Werner for Leipzig, and this left back. I think he's a left back from Real Madrid. They're trying to get a goalkeeper, because they're going to sell Kepa. It's between All Blank or Ter Stegen. And I is a left back, so I don't know if he's going to be good. So maybe, because I don't think Zidane wants him. I don't think he's in his plans. It's between Chelsea and Everton. This is going to go down to the wire. They're in advanced talks. It looks like it could go to Chelsea. Not just as bad. I don't think Everton got the money to get Regallion. They don't have that financial resources as Chelsea. Because Chelsea got the billionaire. This is their first season since what 2018, because last summer they cannot buy because of the transfer ban. So it's likely he's going to Chelsea. You know, I cross my fingers. Is it going to be good? You know, because like I said, the Premier League is the most physical, fastest leagues in the world. So anyway, to the basically we got the final two stories of the footballing side before moving on to the wrestling side. It's Arsenal. Arsenal is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang going to stay with the Gunners or leave the Gunners this summer? Actually, we're in the summer, but going on this autumn, because this will be the first and only time the transfer window will be in the autumn, and then next year will be back to normal. Will be the summer, because it looks like it's going to go back to normal. Anyway, so back to the Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang story. The New Deal. Trying to find right now. I'm finding Aubameyang New Deal. The reports that Aubameyang is going to sign a new deal. That's the story. That's according to the website Goal. The Gunners are set to table a new deal for the top scorer, who now both in Saturday's FA Cup final win against Chelsea. I heard rumours like Aubameyang is going to sign a new deal. I don't know what year. I mean, it could be. It's likely a 2-year deal. I don't think they're going to sign on a 3-year deal. There's reports that it's going to be 300,000 a week. It's on I'll go on the Metro. On the Metro, it's 300 a week. Oh, 300,000. Sorry, my bad. 300,000 a week. I don't know what year, how many years. It's it could be a year or two. It's likely 2 years, to be honest. He's 31 right now. If it's a 3-year deal, he's that contract expires until 2023. 2023. He'll be 34 years of age. It's likely 2 years, so it'll be expired until 2022. It's likely 2 years, because Arsenal, they signed David Luiz on a 1-year deal. They sold, not sold. They gotta. Did I say sell? They signed. They signed Ceballos, not Ceballos. I think it's Pablo Marie and Cedric on 4-year deals. Cedric is 28. They're all right. They're all right. For Cedric will be like 32. He's okay for another 3 or 4 years. And same as Pablo Marie, if he's going to be that good. But I haven't mixed signals of Aubameyang. There's one story says in Talk Sports they're going to sign a new deal that's worth about 250,000 a week, but it's between 250,000 to 300,000 a week. Probably going to 300,000 a week. Look at Mesut Ozil. They're paying, that motherfucker's gone probably on 3K a week. They're building, because Arteta want to build around Aubameyang. trying to read the story. Anyway, see, because they're likely qualifying for the Champions League. Next season's participation in that competition could see revenue boosted up by 35 million. That's about, in American terms, there's an American sign on the fucking, I think that's on the British website. I forget it's an American website, gold.com. Anyway, that's about $45.8 million. What is now guaranteed that we look to tear down Aubameyang in a further 3 years. Yeah, it is 3 years, so he'll be 34. Is it necessary to sign another player on a 4-year deal who's getting near the end of his career? Same as signing Cedric on 4 years deal, Pablo Mali on a 4-year deal. David Luiz on a 1-year deal. But and it's this is so muddying up the waters, man. It says he's currently on 200,000 a week. That's about $262,000 per week deal when he signed in 2018. Don't get me wrong about Aubameyang. He is good. He has been Arsenal's best player for the last 3 years, going on 2 years actually. Signed from Borussia Dortmund in the January transfer window of 2018. Bought him for 50. I think it was 52 million. No, that was Lacazette. I think it was 53 million. Yeah, it was 53 million. He was banging goals. He was like in 2018, 2019, he was the joint goal scorer. He did well for the last season. He scored two goals to help Arsenal to win the FA Cup. Is he going to lead Arsenal to the league title? The answer is no. Don't get me wrong. He's 31. He's scoring goals, but you got to focus on the future. I know Arsenal focus on the future of the last few years. You got to focus on what's the next 5 to 10 years. But Aubameyang doesn't have 5 to 10 years. He's got about probably 2-3 years tops. And look at Mesut Ozil. They showed the Mesut Ozil's how much he got. It says, I'll read it. It says Mesut Ozil is another player Arsenal are looking to offload. The Gunner would around 18 million in wages should they manage to get rid of the German. That's another topic for another time. I don't want to get into Mesut Ozil's transfer saga. I don't think it's going to be big that summer. I hope. It's too early for this transfer window. You have to wait until the get into the middle part in September and the dying parts of the beginning of October. It says like Ozil got about 350,000 a week. How much of this bastard got? Most of like your Socrates, Lucas Torreira, Rob Holden, Henry Mkhitaryan, meanwhile, who still has 1 year left in their contract, and Arsenal would save about 10 million in wages. So Arsenal, I'm not going to go into the Arsenal financial shit. This is my opinion on Aubameyang. And also got Lacazette. Is he going to sign a new deal? I give Lacazette 3 more years. He's 29. He'll be 32 when the deal is up in 2023. But Aubameyang, 31, he'll be 34 in 2023. No, I give him 2 years. That's it. I don't know what Arsenal. I think Arsenal's going to bit off more than can chew. They're in a lot of fucking shit, man. They're in a lot of shit. They got a German. You got a shit player, Mesut Ozil. Think he's 42 million. He's on fucking 350 a week. You're gonna give Aubameyang between 250 to 3K a week on a 3-year deal. That's the rumors. You got like, if you're built around Aubameyang, that's cool. It will be good for the next 2 years, but you got to focus on the future. You got to focus on the replacement. If it's true, you better sign it fast because Aubameyang's got 1 more left in the summer. Because Arsenal have bad records about, they leave it to the last minute. They leave it to the last year of the contracts. They never do well. They never do well. Talk about Fabregas. Talk about Nasri. Talk about Van Persie. We talk about Sanya. Let him on a free. Alexis Sanchez. Jack Wilshere. Aaron Ramsey. That's 2. That's actually 7. 7 points I mentioned. I can't find any more to remember, but they always fuck up their signings. They never tend to tie down, work out and negotiate deal to keep these players. They just focus on penny pinching. I don't want to get into it. So, and also if Aubameyang is staying at the club, there's one player could be on his way to Arsenal. Okay, I'm going to, I've got one more footballing news before moving on to the wrestling side. Let's see. Well, I am. No, I'm just joking. It's William. It's likely William could be on his way to the other part of London. He's going to leave West London to North London. William said about this is a muddy up story. One story says, yeah, William could be on his way to Arsenal on a 2-year deal. There's one story he could be on his way on a 3-year deal. And he's on the same age as Aubameyang. Actually, he's a year older than Aubameyang, but this is nah. I go with the 2-year deal. 3-year deal. This is the problem Arsenal needs to stop doing this. Buying players who are in their 20s and 30s on 2 or 3 year deals. You've got to focus on the future. I know Arsenal piss about the future. They focus on now. Yeah, you got players right now, but you have to focus on the future. Focus on the team in the future. Buy players who in their mid-20s, not buy players in their late 20s. They've only got 3 to 4 years left, topped in the elite. Look at Aubameyang. Look at this is I'm on what's this website? Express. And likely Arsenal going to buy William on a free because his last game was against Arsenal in the FA Cup final because they sold Pedro to Roma. He's likely won't miss the start of the following season due to a shoulder injury. Look at the age of William, 31. Pedro's 32. David Luiz is 33 at Arsenal. David Silva is going to be 34. Vertonghen's 33, 32. Vertonghen's 100% left Tottenham. Anyway, why they bought this is sort of muddying up. Also, the fans talks with Coutinho. I'm going to be really honest. On paper, sounds a good idea. Coutinho's 27. At least I give Coutinho a pass because at least Coutinho is 27. But with William, why are you buying a 32-year-old player or soon to be 32? This is like Arsenal. They're not going to win you a league. He's not going to win. They might able to get top 4, but the problem with William, he's too old. I think Arsenal should have gone years ago, not to 2013. They're not going to get on. They should have gone years ago instead of getting right now. It's too little, too late, man. It's too little, too late. I think if they gone years ago, they should have got the best time. They should have gone into 2009. They should have gone in 2009. If they got in 2009, they can name your price of Shakhtar Donetsk, pay the money, and then you'll probably get William a couple of years ago. He can build a whole decade with William, being the best player. But instead, he done well, and he jumped ship to Eastern European football with Shakhtar Donetsk to that Russian club called Anchi. I don't know how to pronounce this the full name. Anchi. That's the Russian club. It had a brilliant Russian billionaire, but that club got fucked over, and almost went to Tottenham, went to Chelsea, became a legend, won 2 league titles, 1 FA Cup, 1 League Cup, Europa League. But that's it. So that's 2. So the league, that's 2. The FA Cup, that's 3 trophies. League Cup 4, Europa League 5. Yeah, he's won 5. So far, he's won 5 trophies at the club. He's going to be, because I don't know if they're going to buy Cal Havertz. Likely, he'll be the replacement because Chelsea are focused on the future. You know, they got Pulisic, they got like Hudson and Doy from the Chelsea youth setup, Ziyech, and if they got Havertz, they're likely building the team for the future. Arsenal are not going to build the team. They're going to rely on 30-year-old men who passed their prime. I'd rather they got Coutinho over William. Don't get me wrong, because Coutinho's younger. You know, he can. You know, you'll probably get 5 years out of Coutinho. 5 good years. He's 27 right now. 5 good years. 5 good years. William, probably 2 good years. I'm sorry, 2 good years. That's one story. One story is 2 years. One story 3 years. They're not paying 50 million. And also, speaking of William, it's not really out yet. The game that'll be delayed because originally it's those the new FIFA games and it was PES, Pro Evolution Soccer games. You'd be originally in September, but it's going to move to probably October, November because of the COVID-19 situation. It's fucking up this planet this year. I don't want to get into it, but there's photos of William with an Arsenal t-shirt in the game. That's not true because they haven't signed William yet. You know, like I said, you might get 2 good years with William with Arsenal, but that's it. He's 30, like I said, 31, going to be 32. You know, start focus on players who's past their prime. Focus on the future. Otherwise, you got no chance of winning something. Chelsea, yeah, it's got to get with the times, but you got to focus on the future right now. You got to get players who's in their 20s into early mid-20s, not get players in their late 20s, early 30s. That's not going to win you leagues. Look at Chelsea. Look at Arsenal for years. Petr Cech. Actually, Cech's okay. I'll give him a pass because a goalkeeper can play until he's 40. No saying, David Luiz. You got to be kidding me. He's 33. Too old. Should have got. I'd rather sell on David Luiz. Stop focus on old players. Focus on players right now. I'd rather get Coutinho over William. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but I focus on the long-term plans instead of the players right now. I'd rather if you might get William, you probably get 2 years. I'd rather give him on a 2-year deal. If Arsenal qualify the Champions League, and afterwards sell William, he'll probably end his career in Brazil and find a replacement of William. That's my advice. So like I say, this show is all about my opinions on these stories I found. Whether it's a good website or a crap website, it's just my opinions on it. And also, Arsenal's trying to sell Henrik Mkhitaryan. Anyway, that's the footballing news done. Been chatting for the last hour and nearly an hour 30 minutes. Let's get on to the wrestling stuff. The most big storyline this week is The Rock. The Rock is in the big story so far. It's reports that Rock is going to buy the XFL. Maybe the XFL will be revived. It will be not under McMahon's name. It will be The Rock. Rumors like The Rock is going to buy the XFL for $15 million. In British pounds, that's about 11.4 million. Because Rock, on paper, sounds a good idea. Because let's be honest, Vince has no clue running a footballing league because he never played in never played American football in his career. Maybe he played in college or in his youth, but in a major league, he never played football in his career. The Rock played American football. I think he played He played Canadian football before he became a wrestler in '96. But I think having The Rock, I think Rock gets the league because he played football between 19 and 94 before before he focused on wrestling. He knows the ins and outs he knows the ins and outs. Vince doesn't have no clue of ins and out of a football league. Every project Vince does over the years, over the decades he done, failed. The WBF. He did the WBF in the '90s, trying to compete with the was it the IBF? No, not IBF. The IFBB. Sorry, the IFBB with the Weeders flopped. And then a decade later, he's trying to compete with the NFL with the XFL, failed in 2001. He's trying to do it again this year, and the league folded after it's done because of the COVID-19 shutdown. And also, I'm guessing Vince is not going to do it. There's rumors like it's going to go out of business. You got here's one story. It says XFL president Jeffrey Pollock called the Johnson and his partner dreams, and rumors like and also Rock is going to do a bodybuilding competition. He's not doing a bodybuilding show, but he's hosting. He's hosting a bodybuilding show. You know, he's basically killing two birds in one stone. And I need a glass of water. My throat is sore. Actually, I haven't got a sore throat. It's dry. For the last hour, I've been talking shit. It wasn't shit, but I'm talking of the footballing rumors and now in the wrestling rumor portion. Anyway, so what was I saying? Anyway, so and yeah, it says the new ownership group did not say what would restart the league. I don't know whether restart the league. It'll probably say for next year, but I think it needs to take time, man. I think I could fit some credit. They're trying to this time. I think the first time they did it, it kind of rushed, but they give it 2 years. But let's be real. I think it had a good story. One week, and then next afterwards, it started losing, dropping ratings. Before this coronavirus situation, I'm checking the BIR. This looks like Brit. It looks like Brit. Yeah, it looks like British website. Anyway, one side about like on the side of Dana White, the UFC president, offered insight to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's after the WWE legend purchased the stakes of the XFL. I don't know. I think Rock owning the really become trying to I think he'll fix the problems what Vince cannot do. Because Vince has, let's be honest, he's focused on the pro wrestling side. He's not really like, he has no business to run a football league. He has no clue. Rock probably has. And probably he probably give time to work out the kinks and then the bugs. Probably, I'm guessing he'll give it 4 years and then probably trying to do it for this, trying to do it for like what 2023, 2024. I give it 3 or 5 years. Work out the kinks, sorting out the teams up, and then the coaches, and then the preseason, and then the rules of the game. Vince has no clue. He has no fucking clue that I don't think they'll compete the XFL. It might, but they're probably the alternative to the XFL. Because the XFL, no, not the XFL, the alternative to the NFL, sorry. Because there's a lot of alternative to American football. I think you got like the Arena League. That's the I don't get the Arena League. It's basically playing American football indoors. So it could compete, but I don't think because the NFL is it's the oldest league in the world in American football. Sorry, I think it's 100 years, 101 years. They might have a crack properly. This is my opinions on it. I think it's The Rock. The Rock is have a plan. He'll. If The Rock fails, at least he tried. I want to see this XFL just really put this to bed. Let it die of a normal death, man. You just cannot do what the NFL does. Yeah, some shit. Yeah, I think they have some crappy stuff in recent years, but you just cannot compete. You just cannot compete with the financial resources and whatever. So anyway, 15 million. Are they gonna gain a lot of money? If let me say if they did it, let me say Rock bought it this year for $15 million, and then in the last if they like attempt to make trying to fix the kinks and trying to if they do it, I don't think they do it next year. Trying to do it like whether it's in 2023, 2022, 2023, 2024, or even 2025. Is it going to make a lot of money? 50 million. So trying to make trying to get into that $1 billion mark. I can't really predict the future, but for The Rock, I'll give Rock some credit. I hope Rock fix the problems. Hope he get the rule make up the right rules. And the reason why the XFL flopped in 2001 because Vince focused too much on wrestling. Because people are it's too much wrestling in that XFL because you got casual football fans. It's about American football fans actually. They're not into wrestling. They don't want to see wrestling. If you don't watch, because there are a lot of segments who belong in pro wrestling. You want to see that? They'll watch pro wrestling. They just want to see football. You don't have to make it entertaining because wrestling is a scripted sport. American football is a real sport. Anyway, so moving on to the next one. The next one is SummerSlam location. There's reports that SummerSlam could be in Atlantic City for this year. Atlantic City, New Jersey. That's the rumor that's going to be heading because the last few years, not last few years, but the last few months, WWE is hosting their shows at the Performance Center. Raw, SmackDown, and even the pay-per-views, including WrestleMania 36. And I think they did they did like the Money in the Bank portion at the not Performance Center, the WWE headquarters. So my thoughts on WWE could be heading to doing SummerSlam at Atlantic City. It's good. I think it's something change. It'll be a bigger arena. It's not like because the performance center is too fucking small. You know, I think it's time to start letting little fans in because let's be honest. Look at it. Look at it. I seen a rugby match in New Zealand. There's a lot of people in the stadium now. I see one highlight of a football match in France. It's between PSG and Celtic, and PSG starting to let fans in the arena. I think this is the time to let fans in the arena now. It's hurting their money. It's hurting the pockets, man. It's damn shame they're not letting because they're not making a lot of money because of the COVID-19 situation. If it's the case that SummerSlam's in Atlantic City, because SummerSlam's the biggest show of the year. It's the one of the big four in WWE's pay-per-view in the calendar year. It's the big four. You know, if you don't know what the big four is, the biggest four pay-per-views in the WWE season. You know, the big four are the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. SummerSlam's the biggest, actually the third biggest show of the year. It had no business to do it in a fucking performance center. That's the problem with WrestleMania 36 of this year. It was an okay show, but it's in a small fucking venue. It's in a performance center. I give it credit, but with NXT, they're doing shows at the Full Sail University. It's a small arena, but doing it in a performance center, it's just not going to do anything. It's okay, but it's time to put it back. It's time to go back to the arena. You know, it's all about taking risks. I understand people are like a lot of wrestlers are getting sick of the COVID-19, but it's gonna hurt. I'd rather have making a lot of money than safety. I think safety, yes, a lot of people dying of the corona, but they're losing a lot of money because originally it was supposed to be at the TD Gardens, it's supposed to be in Boston, but it's not gonna be in Boston this year. It's one or the other. I'd rather just pull it back. I'd rather go back to the arenas. Like it's just sad. But it's have to do. Yeah, it's got the barricade, the plexiglass barricade. You still get a lot of people seeing the arena. I'd rather do the shows in a big arena than doing it in a performance center. I don't know. Is it going to happen? I think it needs to break away from that COVID-19 thing. America needs to do that. Other countries to start slowly to get away from that pandemic. Trying to recover. America needs to do that. I think they did, but they need to do that. I think Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know what city arena, but I don't know what arena it's gonna be. I'm gonna look it up. Arena, New Jersey. Oh, Atlantic. It's likely gonna be. It's not gonna be in the big stadium. It'll be a disaster. It'll be hardly any filling up the stadium. It will be a medium-sized stadium. Because it's damn shame. Because these big four pay-per-views had no business to do it in the performance center. It should be in a big arena, in a city, in a different city. It's in Connecticut. Actually, it's in Florida, but it's in Florida. It's damn shame. Like AEW's in New Jersey. You know, pro wrestling needs to break away from the COVID-19. I know it's you got to take some risk, otherwise you're gonna hurt the money. It's hurting their pockets, man. In pro wrestling, it's hurting their pockets. You know, not doing shows in big arenas. I know it's safety, but I'm just getting sick of it. Because I got a map. It's Atlantic City. Let me see. One second. Fucking hell. there's plenty of stadiums could host SummerSlam in Atlantic City. Because most of the temporary closed. It could be at the Red Bull Arena. I want to see SummerSlam in an outdoor arena, because the last time they did it was SummerSlam in 1992. Mostly I'm talking about in Atlantic. No, you got there's 3 in Atlantic City, so it could be at the James Weldon Boardwalk. What was it? The James Weldon Boardwalk Hall, or the Hard Rock Live Access Arena, or Surf Stadium. I don't think they'll do it in the ballpark, in the baseball stadium. I don't think they'll do that, because I think the last one they did was at WrestleMania 19. But it probably at Hard Rock Access Arena, because if it's going to be in Atlantic, Jersey, this is the rumors. I think this is the time, because NXT's doing their takeover show at the Full Sail University. They've been doing it for years now. I kind of give it a pass, but with SummerSlam, it should never be at the Performance Center. Get the show away from take it away from the Performance Center for once. And I think they got a bit of a traveling thing with the COVID now. It's just damn shame. It's just damn shame, because how long until this thing's gonna end? We don't know. So it's on the news. Just I type in SummerSlam location. It's one of the locations. Don't get me wrong. It's one of the locations being in Atlantic City. I'm trying to find the location could host SummerSlam, but since he's got this I think there's a traveling ban in America. There's 2 things. It could be at I check K-side seats. Same thing, Atlantic, New Jersey. That could be. It might not be, but it could be a rumored location. Yes, there's still early days. We've got about 3 weeks until SummerSlam 2020. Or I don't know they'll do it. You might see it on the ground, because they did Raw on the ground. Maybe at least you get away. You got the shows away from the Performance Center. This is according to Dave Meltzer. I think it was Dave Meltzer. It says rumor of the day says this is on Cage. I think it's called Cage Side Seats. It says the location of the Northeast being discussed for SummerSlam in Atlantic City. Atlantic City is New Jersey, according to Wrestling Observer. That's the only show mentioned so far. Sorry, I'm just drinking my water. That's the only. I think it could go. I think they need to get away, man. It's just need to get away, because I think it's been ages. Been doing it since I think it's April. April, May, June, July. They've done 4 shows at the Performance Center. 4 shows. They need to end that streak anytime, man. I think this is the right time. I don't mind it'll be low attendance. At least you got, it'll be the same thing they did at the Performance Center. Plexiglass, workers and staff around sitting, supporting. You could put, in football matches I watched, they do crowd audio. They could do the same thing. You look like there's fans in the fucking stadium. Be creative. Don't do it in Performance Center, Performance Center, Performance Center. Months ago, when they did it in the Performance Center, there was hardly any fans. Steve Austin doing his promo, give me the hell yeah. No fans showing hell yeah. Anyway, you know, yeah, that's enough for SummerSlam 20 location. You know, I give my fingers up, fingers crossed, fingers up, fingers crossed. You know, if it's going to be at Atlantic City in New Jersey, it's unlikely, but I hope. It's just a rumor. So another one is this is going towards AEW, and it's Chris Jericho said on news that he wants Cesaro in AEW. This is my opinion. Cesaro in AEW on paper sounds a good idea. I mean, let's be honest. You know, Cesaro so far in WWE so far right now is the SmackDown Tag Team Champions with Nakamura. I think his time in WWE is nearly over, to be honest, because he's been in the company for a decade. It's since about 2012. Yeah, he's been in the company for 2011. You know, FCW in developmental, but I'm talking about in the main roster. He's been in the main roster for 8 years. You know, I think I don't know. You know, he's just like so far he's won tag team championships. You know, he's only won one singles belt. That's the United States Championship in 2012. And I think Jericho said, like, if he done a AEW draft, and his first pick will be Cesaro. I don't know if Jericho had a match with Cesaro. I think he has. Don't know. This is Wrestling Inc. Because he said about Cesaro being on euphorize means like he's on euphorize means like he's basically he's trying to say he's underrated, and he's right. You know, Cesaro is underrated. He's been in the company for 8 years now, and he's you know, he's wasting his potential, man. I feel sorry for Cesaro, man. He's in the tag team division for years now, since the day, you know, he was in the tag team with the Real Americans with Jack Swagger, with Seb Coulter, We the People. He was in the tag team with Tyson Kidd, who become tag team champions. He's in the tag team with the Bar. I like the Bar. We're not set the bar, we are the bar. And now in the tag team with Nakamura. He's a tag team wrestler. He's not really a singles guy. Yeah, his singles accolades are the United States Championship and the first winner of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal at WrestleMania 30 in 2014. Cesaro has been waste. He's been waste. I'm sorry. I mean, look at Cesaro. He's got the height. He's got the size. You know, yeah. I think his lack of charisma and personality. You know, the dude. You know, the company dubbed him as the Swiss Superman. He is fucking Superman. Let's be fucking real. He pick up big wrestlers. He did the Big Show. He kind of give the Great Khali the neutralizer, Brodus Clay the neutralizer, Mark Henry the neutralizer, Big Show the neutralizer. He did with so many big wrestlers. He's got that type of raw strength. And Vince just basically don't like Cesaro. Let's be fucking real. He buried Cesaro on a Stone Cold's podcast in 2016. Said something about missing about Cesaro. Don't like him as a babyface, but you made him as a heel. Yeah, you made him as a heel. Put him in. He's he's tied up in the tag team. You know, you're not going to give him a single run. So what's really the point? Like Cesaro, Jericho wants him. You know, I give Jericho. If Jericho was the recruiter in AEW, he'll get players like that. You know, you see some former WWE guys going to AEW lately. The FTR, the former Revival, they're in the company. I saw like footage of Zack Ryder. I think he's using his real name in AEW. They got to be very careful. I'm not crapping on TNA, but TNA for years they're getting criticized for hiring a lot of WWE guys instead of, you know, recruiting homegrown talent. You got to be very, very fucking careful. You know, recruit wisely, man. It's not just in pro wrestling, but it's in sports as well. In any way. Anyway, so reading this news on the Wrestling Inc. One episode shows. Sorry, got a bit of. Need a drink. On this episode of the show, Jericho answered numerous questions about the talent of the Hopes to somebody, so he compared in the AEW ring. One person in Chris Belish could be a top star in AEW is the current WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champion Cesaro. I understand they want Cesaro. People say about fucking Roman Reigns and Ricochet. No, Ricochet properly. Because I love it. Ricochet's, some people compare him as a superhero. He might be, give him a superhero gimmick. He might get over. Kota Ibushi, I think he had a run in WWE for a cup of coffee, but Don Callis, probably he's not leaving Impact Wrestling. Roman Reigns, let's be fucking real. He's gonna be back in. He'll be back in WWE in no time. I hope. It'd be a fucking miracle if he's not gonna go back to WWE. But he's likely gonna go back, be the top star in that company. It's gonna happen. They're still pushing Roman Reigns, no matter what. But with Ricochet, he's okay. I don't really see him being a world champion. Maybe he's more like a mid-card champion. I'm talking about Cesaro. He should be a fucking champion years ago. I'm going to say about Cesaro's career. Anyway, I was like, I was checking something. Anyway, so I'm on Wikipedia talking about Cesaro. The dude's, his career is nearly at an end in WWE. I think it's too little too late to push Cesaro. I think he's only he's going to be 40 at the end of the year. He's been in the company he's been wrestling for nearly 20 years. Wow, he's been wrestling. His first match wrestled at Christmas Eve. Christmas fucking Eve, man. Jesus Christ. But he's wrestling in Europe. Christmas Eve. He wrestled in a match in Germany. He wrestled in Jakarta until 2011. Actually, wrestling Ring of Honor, feud with Nigel McGuinness. I think it was over the world title. I think he was. It's damn shame. I don't think he won the world title in Ring of Honor. He looks like wrestling in a big major promotion. He wrestling in PWG before going to the WWE in 2011. But he's been in the company for about nearly a decade. And he's not got a single shot. He never got another shot of a singles belt forward. Yeah, he chased after the belt. He's never become a champion have a singles run as a singles champion for nearly a decade. It's just like they should have pushed him in 2014. He was getting over doing the Cesaro swing, and then they turned it. The battle royal was shit after WrestleMania 30, but he had that WrestleMania moment with when he fucking swing the Big Show, eliminated the Big Show. That he got that. Thought it was something big, but instead make him as a Paul Heyman guy, dubbed him as the King of Swings. That is so stupid. And then it's just like he's kind of like really a tag team wrestler. I see Cesaro. If he comes to AEW, I don't know. I don't know. He's mostly a tag team wrestler wherever he goes. In Chikara, wrestling. He had he's a tag team wrestler. It's a damn shame. PWG was a PWG world champion. I'll check his run. I don't think he had a. I'm check his how long he hold the belt in PWG. Cesaro, not Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli. That's his used his real name in his Claudio Castagnoli. He won the title in 2010. He held the belt for nearly a year. That's about October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. About 10 months. He held the belt for 10 months. 10, 11 months. That's his only world title in his career. Ring of Honor, world champion. He's been a tag team wrestler throughout his whole career. He's never got like a single shot of the world title. I don't think he's gonna be a world champion in AEW if he goes to AEW. Because let's be honest, his SmackDown tag team title reign, that's gonna last long. Because I see the norm of the tag team belts in both Raw and SmackDown. Actually, on SmackDown, a champion will be mostly in WWE and main roster. The guy will go hold the belt for probably a weeks, or even a month, and then you not see that guy ever again. I guarantee they'll drop the belts, and then after the tag team title run with Nakamura, the best friend Cesaro leave. You probably have a good feud with Chris Jericho. I can see Jericho, or even Jericho, be part of the Cesaro will be in the inner circle because Cesaro worked with Jake Hager or Jack Swagger, the Real Americans. I can see Cesaro, Claudio, and be part of the inner circle. You got like Jericho, Sammy, Ortiz, Santana, Hager, and he'll be Claudio Castagnoli in AEW if he goes to AEW. There'll be 6. You got Proud and Powerful. What's got Lisette gods they call that's Jericho and Sammy Guevara. And then you got Hager and Cesaro or Claudio, because going back in the days of the Real Americans. Anyway, so I think he's been on Euthorize, not getting any credits. Something about Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay, I don't mind seeing him in AEW. I think he's wrestling in Japan. I think he's in ROH. I don't think he's ROH. I think he's in Japan. I see his footage in Japan. He's doing well in Japan, but his downchain's not in the major promotion yet. But I'm doing this for 2 hours, man. So I'm gonna speed this up before I ended it, man. Been doing this for about fucking 2 hours now. So, the next story is the draft. The rumors like WWE is going to bring back the draft for this year. And it's likely the rumors are going to bring it in September or October. But it's likely for me, in my opinion, it's going to be October because they did it last year in October because, WWE's debuting in Fox TV. They brought SmackDown on Fox. It's likely it's going to be October, the beginning of October. I don't know about this draft because the draft of 2019 is the shit draft because they're drafting the same wrestlers who on the same show. It's like I said to myself, if they fucked up, if they're gonna do the next draft, the proof that WWE cannot do good drafts anymore. It's October. There's rumors like they're going to bring it in October. I don't know. It's likely like this. If I was running this draft, I'd rather have not the champions. They get mooted. Means like they're not going to get drafted because they'll stick to the same shows. Actually, with the I'm talking about the women's championships in both Raw and SmackDown, and it's up to the mid-card belts and the WWE and Universal titles, and also all the women's tag team belts, and that fucking shitty 24/7 belt. It's so fucking stupid. You quit SmackDown and go to fucking Raw. What's the point? Brock Lesnar's. It's so stupid in 2016 they put him out on a show. He barely shows up on that show. Been like in 2016 on Raw, and then Brock is on SmackDown, but he quitted SmackDown. He ain't been a big star. He ain't showed up You know, the Fox don't know Brock Lesnar in WWE. He's a part timer. He don't shows up week in week out. It's not 2003 anymore. It's not 2002 anymore. It's 2020. He's 2020. He's a part timer. He only shows what Brock Lesnar shows. He only Brock Lesnar shows of money. You got to bring a lot of money to make Brock Lesnar to show on WWE television. You know, it's like a typical 2016 draft. They had the NXT guys drafted to Raw and SmackDown. It's typical. Back in the day, like the final draft of the first brand split, they use like do matches. Winner gets like draft points. I like that, man. You know, people crap on that. I like that. Why should they do that? You know, Raw. I know, like you got like Raw and SmackDown guys for one night. For winner gets draft points to their shows. You know, if a wrestler won a match, whether it's a singles match or a tag team match or a multi-man tag team match, you know, they get draft points. They get that wrestler on that show. I wish they do that instead of doing like, you know, I hate that lottery thing. I don't think it works anymore. I don't think so. You know, it's just like I wish they just go back to the. I wish they go back to the original draft from the last few years of the first brand split. You know, and it says October, but is it going to be two possible dates? This was 1 week after move to Fox. It likes going to be. I don't think it'll be the end of October. I think it's going to be I think it could be middle or beginning of October. I don't think it'll be. I don't know because this is rumors. This is my opinions on it. It could be. I say on the probably mid October to be honest, or probably earlier than that. Probably my gut opinion probably the beginning of October. Probably like the same, you know, because it's 1 year since SmackDown go to Fox. Anyway, so moving on to basically, There's one story I'm not going to talk about this year, not this year, but tonight. But it's Dustin Rhodes Scorpio Sky thing. I'm going to talk about the Big E push. Actually, I'm not going to talk about Big E push, man. I feel like talk about Big E. You know, anyway, I'll talk about. Screw it. Let's talk about it. I'm trying to find it. It's getting slow, man. Big E's push. You know, looks like the New Day is gone. Not officially over, but like stars are injured. Xavier injured his leg. He's lucky he's gonna come back. Kofi self-proclaimed kayfabe injury. He's like both of them one's got a proper injury, one's got a kayfabe injury. So I'm guessing WWE's going to push Big E Langston. I call him Big E Langston, but I don't really call him Big E. Big E, what the fuck? When they renamed him in 2013 as Big E this, Big E that. It's like similar to Biggie Smalls, the rapper. No disrespect, but it's like I like him as Big E Langston. What's wrong with Langston? It's a Jamaican name, you know. Langston, you know, what was it called? Ettore, is it Iwan? Was it Ettore Iran? That's the real name of Big E Langston. He's, you know, likely they give him a push. I don't think they will push him in the world title. I think that's way overdue. It's too little, too late. I don't think it's not too little, too late, but I don't know, man. I like Biggie. Don't get me wrong. He's a good wrestler. Don't get me wrong. But I hate the New Day thing. It got popular in 2015. You know, doing the comedy, and then in 2016, they make him as this type of PG, fucking like with the fucking gayish gimmicks. Like, yeah, they have fucking unicorns on their head, bootios, smacking each other's in the ass, fucking tossing pancakes. You gotta be kidding me. That's the reason I can't take Kofi Kingston seriously as the champion nearly 1 year ago. I can't. He's a good. Don't get me wrong about Kofi. He's a good wrestler, but what's with the fucking gimmick? I like the. I think it was the original gimmick was the Black Choir group, and then they kind of dropped it because it's self-proclaimed racist. Are you fucking kidding me? It's way better than the New Day right now. Unicorns, horns on their head, bootios, fucking throwing pancakes. Oh, it's so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. It's fucking stupid. Like, I'm reading this on I think it's called Bleachers Report. Self-proclaimed that per Anthony Sulia Hafinja of Yahoo Sports, I feel confident that I am ready for this. The interesting weird thing about we don't have the organic response. I hope people enjoy this run. I hope it's good, entertaining. I hope all of the people claiming for this year's are not disappointed. I heard rumors like he's going to face AJ Styles. The story's like he's going to face AJ Styles for the IC belt. On paper, sounds like a good idea. If they ditch the New Day thing, I need to get rid of it, man. They're beating it to fucking death. They're beating the dead horse to death. Actually, beating the horse to death. You know, you can't beat. You're beating the dead horse. He's already dead. Anyway, it sounds good because I don't know why AJ. It's a consolation prize for AJ, man, because looks like he's not getting another shot at the WWE Championship. He should, in my opinion, he should have won Money in the Bank this year instead of fucking Otis. You know, I don't want to see Otis as WWE Champion. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break. Otis as WWE Champion? I understand you're building a new star, but that's not the way. This is the problem with Money in the Bank. It's so forced. AJ Styles, he's ready. He's an established world champion. He's been in that shit. You had an opportunity to have AJ as the champion. I'll be okay. AJ as the champion. That'll be a good match. AJ Drew, they never fought one-on-one before. I think they did it on the indies, but on a major mainstream show, on a mainstream company, that'll be good. AJ Drew for the belt. AJ Strowman, you can do anything. Or even AJ versus the Fiend. That'll be a good feud. But instead, let's have fucking Otis as the champion. And AJ gets the consolation prize. I don't understand that. Yeah, well, I've been doing this for about 2 hours, 15 minutes. This is my opinions on Big E. Ditch the New Day entrance. Go back to the powerlifting type of thing from when he first came up to the main roster. The NXT run. He's doing the 5 count. I kind of like it, but not with the New Day thing. It's so gay. It's gayish. It's babyish. I can't take Kofi, Xavier. I think Xavier's been fucking annoying, but Big E serious? Because I think at the beginning of his running in the main roster, he was a fucking heel. He was Dolph Ziggler's bodyguard, and then kind of like this cahoots with AJ, and I'm talking about AJ Lee, not Styles, and then they give him a kind of a push in 2013 when he won the IC title belt. And then dropped the belt, and then he was in the fucking doing the good old USA feuding with Rusev, and then the New Day stuff. I don't know about the IC title belt because he haven't won a singles belt for nearly 6 years, or 6 or 7 years. But I don't think, in my opinion, you're not gonna see Big E winning the world title. We saw Kofi as the world champion because it's been a decade since he won, since everyone knows that 2009 push. There were plans to push Kofi Kingston, but instead I think he lost to Randy Orton. That really wiped out his momentum. It wiped out his push, and they tried it again 10 years later, feuding with Daniel Bryan. He was going. Don't even wrong about Kofi's. He had some good matches, but the problem is I can't take him seriously with the gimmick. The New Day gimmick is so goofy and shit. With Big E, you got to, if they did it right now, I'd rather turn Big E heel, turn on both Kofi and Xavier, and build this dude to the fucking moon. Build him up, and then if I do, have him win the Rumble, and then and also push it and put the title on him. That's what I do. People are gonna say, oh, it's gonna be, he's New Day, blah 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 blah. It's down. It's too little, too late. He's already damaged. Bullshit. You can still rekindle. Characters. Look up Bradshaw. You know, he was in the APA. That was a good gimmick. You know, the basically like Acolytes Protection Agency, and then he became this rich stock owner Texan. He was the fucking top heel in the company in 2004. Yeah, Jinder Mahal was fucking shit. Like Big E's way better than Jinder Mahal. Let's be fucking real. Drew McIntyre. You know, there were plans to push him in 2008. I think it was 2010. Then that situation with Terrence Terrell that killed his push completely dead. He was in a fucking crappy group with 3MB. He done well in the Indies, Impact Wrestling. NXT pushed him as the NXT champion, and then main roster, you know, crappy stuff. You know, he was kind of like Dolph's bitch, Shane's bitch, and then turning babyface. He hasn't won the Rumble this year, and he's the world champion. He's doing well as the world champion right now. You know, anything can happen. So, yeah, this is my opinions on it. You know, it's a mixed bag. Anyway, moving on to the final story of tonight. I've been doing it for nearly 2 hours now. It's Rich Swann. It's one of the saddest stories. Not one of the saddest, but it wasn't like sad. People are gonna cry, but it's sad to see a wrestler end their careers. It's Rich Swann I'm talking about. Rich Swann. He's not dead, folks. It's his career. His career is officially over, and he retires in a pretty young age. Yeah, it's official. I found out hours ago that Rich Swann is officially retired from pro wrestling. He retired due to ankle injury. Suffered an ankle injury in the Slammiversary show. I think it was a month ago. Retired at the age of 29. Wow, he retired that young. It's a damn shame. You know, he has some potential, Rich Swann, and his career just gone like that. No one's career don't deserve to end that like that. Like if you're a pro wrestler or even or in different type of sports, whether it's a boxer or any type of non-contact sports or combat sports, no one's career don't deserve to be ended that young. I thought he was older. I thought he was about like 34. But no, he was only 29. It's just like sad. He's got a whole career ahead of him, and his career's gone like that. It's took away like that due to an injury. He could come back years later. We saw Edge. You know, he retired at the age of 37. He came back at the age of 46. But you know, Daniel Bryan, he retired at the age of 35. He came back 2 years later, but I hope he comes back in the near future, whether it's WWE or a small promotion. You know, but it's a damn shame. You know, his WWE career kind of ended. You know, he was a cruiserweight champion, and then he got arrested for basically beat up his wife. His wife is also a pro wrestler. And it's Su Yang. That's Rich Swann's wife, Su Yang. I almost said Su Yang. Su Young, sorry. Man, it's you after Y. And Su, right now she's Susie. I like her Su Young in Impact Wrestling, but you know, he fucked up. He fucked up Rich Swann. Kind of, you know, put that old Rich Swann out of the window, and he's done well in Impact Wrestling. You know, become X Division champion. He kind of tagged along with what's his name, Willie Mack. I almost said Rodney Mack, but it's Willie Mack. But it's a damn shame his career ended up with an ankle injury. You know, I saw pictures of him on crutches with an ankle cast on his foot. You know, ankle cast, ankle boot. It's a damn shame. It's a damn fucking shame. No career, no wrestler, no type of person who's like pursue a sport or career their whole life ended in a young age. It's okay for, you know, when you're old because you're getting the end of your career, but someone who's starting in his prime of his career, it's bad. It's bad. Like, yeah, Shawn Michaels, you know, he was 32 in his prime in 98, and he came back in 02 at 37. He's still young. He was still in his prime of it. But yeah, Rich Swann. He was like, it's just like it is sad. I hope he comes back. You know, hope he comes. I really wish he comes back. I hope he comes back, recover from his ankle injury, take it slowly, and who knows. When I saw the picture of him, I just like, oh my god, it's just like your career can end like that. With any type of injury, whether it's an injury to your arm, actually your leg, or even if it was a neck injury, Jesus Christ, a lot of wrestlers retire with neck injuries. Towards the Pages, Edge in the first time, even the most memorable, also the most notable name is Darren Drozoff. He got injured in a match with D'Lo Brown. He took a power driver to the neck, and he's in a fucking. You see Droz in a fucking wheelchair, and what life can be. What career held if Droz never had the neck injury? It ended that career that young. Arthur Ritpes, you what? You support abuser? Who's the fuck? I don't know. What the fuck? Abuser of what? I don't understand this. I'm gonna ignore. I'm gonna end it very damn soon. You support a abuser? Why? Okay, how do I support abuser? What abuser? How do I support? Arthur Rexped, his sister. I don't know who Arthur is. That's I don't want to get into drama, man. But sorry, man. Sorry about folks. So yeah, like I said, Rich, I hope he has a speedy recovery. Hope we see him going back to pro wrestling anytime soon in the near future. It's damn shame. 29 years of age. He had a chance in the pro wrestling business, and then all of a sudden his career's Dragon Knight, Wrestling Taku Friends Woman. I don't know what the Jesus. No, anyway. Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry. This comment is kind of like putting me off. I'm trying to say. Like I say, I wish hope he comes back in the near future, man. Some wrestlers they could come back. Some wrestlers come back. You know, with injuries, serious injuries. They come back, looking better. Edge, come back. He came back at the Rumble this year, super jacked. You see like Darren Drozoff, who retired nearly 20 years ago. You see him with the electric wheelchair. It's just sad. Wrestlers in their primes ended with certain situations. So anyway, I'm gonna end tonight's live stream. Hope you enjoyed tonight's live stream, folks. Anyway, before I sign out, it'll be probably doing it every Wednesday. I'll find a good storyline, a good story, whether it's a football transfer news or a wrestling rumor news. I will find it. So it'll be every Wednesday at I think the normal time for now will be 7:15, and will be like probably a 2-hour video. It'll be a 2-hour show, 7 to 9. That'll be the time slot for this show every Wednesday. So hope you enjoyed tonight's show, folks. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button and subscribe to the Centralman Network on YouTube. And this is the Centralman officially signing out. Check you later.